Get that to be, oh my gosh, my dog is going crazy outside. So I'm probably annoying all of my neighbors. But, so hey, how are you guys doing? It is Wednesday. It's time for our Wow Wednesday demo. And this one is actually going to be a wow, okay? I promise you. We are going to use a special ingredient that I don't have listed here, so you can't see it right now, but I'm gonna shock you guys. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Jen Soto, and I am so glad that you guys are here with me today. I love to go live and to share great tips and ideas with you. And so today we're going to, it's November 1st, so that means it is time to start thinking about holiday appetizers, sides, recipes, all of those good things. So we're gonna be making a really great holiday side dish, okay? So I kind of feel like I'm a little bit tall. I'm getting ready to go out right after. Let me take my shoes off. Okay, now I feel a little better. I'm not quite as tall. I'm not topping out at the top of my Facebook video. So anyway, so my name is Jen, and I've been with Pampered Chef for almost 26 years. I got started because I wanted everything, have everything now, so that's handy because we keep coming out with new stuff. So I love getting that new stuff. I love to cook, I love to entertain, but I really like to help people, and I love to help you guys get ideas and feel confident in your kitchen. So, all right, so if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna make a kind of a tried and true recipe. I actually did an in-home party a couple of weeks ago, but I guess about 10 days ago, and I made this recipe and it was so good. I was like, this is what I'm doing at my next live. So this is called creamy Brussels sprouts dip, and it is an older recipe from, let's see, when was this book? 2016. And the recipe actually calls for us to slice these Brussels sprouts with the simple slicer. So you could use a simple slicer. I was actually planning on using the Rapid Prep mandolin, and then as I started thinking about what would be a really great recipe, what would be a really great tool for you to have over the holidays when you're making all these dips and drinks and recipes and gravies and all that stuff, and I thought, oh, our Rapid Prep mandolin, let me stop for a second. Our, what is this thing, Flex Plus would be a great tool to highlight. And then lo and behold, this morning I woke up and it is on sale. You can get this whole system for $199. So let me tell you what's in this system. Okay, so I keep mine in a little basket like this, just in the drawer. And so what we're going to use today is we're actually going to use the food processor part. And so we're going to pull this apart. And it has the, you know, slicer, dicer, choppy thing for food processor. It has the grater for cheese, which we're going to use that in just a moment. But we're going to start with the slicing blade. So I need to take this off. I love that this all just kind of goes together. So, oh, I didn't do a great job washing that the last time I used this. Hold on a second. Good thing I'm not like at a public event, and this is just in my house. Okay, everything goes in the dishwasher, so that's pretty handy. We want this side up. It tells you thick or thin. I'm just gonna look. So we want it kind of thicker, so we want this side up for thick. Okay, and we'll just slide that on there like that. Then we're gonna take the top, and we're gonna put the top on there. You guys, I'm so distracted by the fact that my dog is barking his head off in the other outside. So I apologize if I am like pausing. So it's like my pet peeve, and my husband was supposed to have him up in his office, but he's not up there. So anyway, okay, so this thing comes with 2 batteries. So you get about 2.5 hours worth of mixing, chopping, immersion blending with these batteries. So we're just gonna pop the battery on there. I don't know if you can see, the light is on right here. We're gonna stick this right here. I'll turn it around so you guys can kind of see it. Okay, then we're gonna take this out, and we need, so this has also, it has you would attach this to this base right here, immersion blender, and the blender has like a lid on it, so if you want to make mayonnaise, you're making a smoothie or whatever, you can actually put the lid on it. So that is that piece right there. It also has a handle so you can make a mixer. So we've got, and then you've got 2 sets of whisks. These are for mixing, and then these are for whisking. So if you want to make, what's it called? Whipped cream. You can do that with this. So all very handy. Most of the pieces, like not this part, but the rest of the pieces all go in the dishwasher, which is so handy. I love it. And then, like I said, everything stores pretty compactly. I just kind of keep it in this little basket that I got at Target. So, all right, so that is the Prep Plus, Flex Plus. And so we're going to go ahead and get our Brussels sprouts out, and we're gonna shave these guys. So I just wanna make sure they're gonna fit in the thing. So I'm just gonna cut off the ends of these and then put a couple of them in there. I'm only gonna do half of this recipe because I kind of feel like, that one's kind of big, but I kind of feel like my husband is allergic to Brussels sprouts, so he obviously can't eat this, but I kind of feel like half is probably good enough for this recipe for just me. So basically I'm going to be doing about 5 ounces of the Brussels sprouts, and then we'll cut everything else in half as well. I want to make sure I'm actually getting half of these guys. And I'm just trimming the ends of these Brussels sprouts right here. Okay? And then I have this on the prep and store, but I've got everything in the way. All right, so we'll just put these away for later use. Probably eat them. I love Brussels sprouts. Probably eat them later on in the week. If you don't love Brussels sprouts, let me just tell you, if you shave them like we're doing here, or you cut them into quarters and then you bake them, you can either do them in the air fryer or do them in the oven, and then mix them with something kind of sweet like a raspberry habanero sauce, or like a pepper jelly or something like that, and some bacon. Really, really good after you roast them. Okay, so I want to turn this on. I'm going to push the button to turn this on. Make sure it's on high. Okay, then I'm going to push the button. It takes just a second for it to start. Oh, this battery might be dead. Let's swap out to another battery. It turned off, that's how I know. Okay, press this up. All right. And then, of course, why is this not going? Okay, let me turn this around so I can see it. It's really hard to do this when you can't see anything. There we go. Okay, see how fast that was? We'll drop the rest of these in here. Have this loaded on here correctly. Let me double check this. Yep. Get all these off of here. Okay. Try this again. And then we have our last one. It's not hard when you finally get it going. So anyway, the more you use this, the better you get at it. Clearly, I don't use the food processor enough. But we're going to get another go at it in just a minute because we're going to use it for the, what's it called? All right, so I have 2 bakers for the cheese. Okay, I have 2 bakers here. And we're actually going to use the smaller baker, okay? Because like I said, we're only doing half of it. This is the mini deep covered baker. So we just got half of our stuff in there. And then it says we're going to snip our green onions, which we only need 1 green onion. I got 2 out because the recipe called for 2, but we're doing half. So we're only going to use 1 green onion. And I probably could have put this green onion in the processor as well, but I'm just going to snip it. And I'm just going to use my kitchen shears. When I was at a booth this weekend, somebody actually asked me, do you guys have shears that will cut green onions? And I was like, yes. So typically I use a knife to cut my green onions, but this recipe actually calls for shears. And I thought it was funny that that lady asked me if we had shears that did that. So anyway, this is the professional shears, great for snipping herbs, snipping green onions, things like that. Dishwasher safe, comes with the cover. I just store it in my tool turnabout over there, or my utensil holder over there. And let's see. So add the oil to the baker. So we need about 3/4 of a tablespoon of oil. We're just going to use a tablespoon because, you know, we'll use almost a tablespoon. How about that? Okay, put the oil in there. And then we'll give it a good mix. Okay, and then we're going to microwave it on high for 2 minutes. All right, so we've got this covered. I think I might add salt and pepper to it. So uncovered. This is going to be uncovered in the microwave for 2 minutes. So we'll just put it up here. Off center. Always whenever you're baking or whenever you're putting things in your microwave, always put them off center. Okay, so we've got that going right there. While that's going, we're going to go ahead and grate our cheeses. So normally you might grate your cheese with the microplane, or not the microplane, with the coarse grater. That's what I would typically grate our cheeses with. But today we're going to use the grating blade, you know, because I am adventuresome and I like to make sure that I'm doing things I've never done before or that I don't do very often, you know, with a live audience. That's always fun to do. So I just swap this out with the grating blade, and then I have my mozzarella cheese here, and we're just going to do half the cheese again. So this is just 4 ounces of cheese, and we're going to drop that in there. We're going to do the same thing with this guy. Put this on, and get going. You don't have to add a lot of pressure. This is what I'm discovering. It doesn't need a lot of pressure. Just a little bit of pressure, and that's all it needs. Like really, just 1 finger of pressure is all it needs to get that going. All right, and then we need some Parmesan cheese, 2 ounces. So we just need 1 ounce of Parmesan cheese. So that's about 1 inch square. Probably a little, might be a little more than that, but we'll do that. Got all our cheese grated. How fast was that? You guys, if you're making like Oreo truffles or anything like that, this is going to be a great way to crunch up those cookies, or mix your cream cheese in. I don't know, whatever you need to do. Okay, so we've got our cheeses grated here. Let me get that back. And that just went off. So we need to put the cheese and the remaining ingredients in a large bowl. I forgot to get a bowl out. So we'll just get this bowl out right here, mixing bowl. So we have our cheese in there, and then our remaining ingredients. This is dishwasher safe, so that's pretty handy. So we've got our cheese and our remaining ingredients. Now look, I did measure out 1/2 cup. Okay, so we need light mayonnaise. So we've got 1/2 cup of light mayonnaise. Okay, you can use a sub if you use something different for mayonnaise. We need 1/2 cup or 1/4 cup, since we're doing half. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup, but we're doing half. So we're going to use a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. Okay, and I'm just measuring this in my small measure-all cup. Okay, we'll turn that over. Okay, and then we need 1 garlic clove pressed. Recipe calls for 2, but we're going to use 1. So we're just taking a garlic right here. Tip, I always share this tip for garlic. So when you're buying your garlic fresh, if you've never purchased fresh garlic before, just know that garlic that's stored in oil kind of loses some of its flavors. So you might be like doubling and tripling your garlic. You don't need to do that when you're using fresh garlic. Just do with whatever the recipe calls for. And then The other thing is that when you're like, okay, so I'm gonna use fresh garlic, Jen, just like Jen said, and well, how do I buy it? Like, how do I pick a garlic clove? So first of all, you want it to be firm, like an apple. So give it a squeeze, you want it to be firm. And then you don't want any little shoots coming out. You want your paper to not be wet. You want it to be dry and kind of raspy, make a noise. Okay, and then you want to have some root on the bottom. Okay, you don't want to be completely shaved off. You want to have some root on the bottom. So that's how you know how to pick a good garlic, okay? And then you just will use one clove at a time. So we need to put some lemon juice in here also. We'll just use half of the lemon probably. Okay, this goes in the dishwasher, love that. Let me move this over here. Get this stuff off of here. The whole reason I have the prep and store is so I can just scoot that stuff in, and I keep stacking everything up in front of it, so that's not very handy. All right, we're just gonna take this lemon, press half of the lemon in there. We need, I don't know, it says 1 to 2 tablespoons, so we need, 1/2 to 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and that's really good for the Brussels sprouts. Okay, and then we need salt and pepper. Now, I will tell you, I did add a brick of cream cheese the last time I made this recipe, and it was really, really gooey. So if you love cheese, you can add some cream cheese to the recipe as well if you want to make it even more cheesy. Definitely not diet, but you do have Brussels sprouts in there, so that's good. All right, so we've got this all mixed up. Move this stuff out of the way here. And I'm gonna get myself a hot pad and I'll bring this over here. Stick that on there. Don't want to melt my cutting board, right? And then we're just, oh, I can already smell that. It smells yummy. I love Brussels sprouts. I love them in a I don't know, in a stir fry, in a salad. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our cheese mixture to this pot. Okay, this is the small deep covered baker. And while this is cooking, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about our stones and deep covered bakers and what's on sale, because we had a bunch of sales were announced today. So, all right, so we're just gonna mix this together. We've got our Brussels sprouts and our cheese. And I'm telling you, this would be so good with, and if you're doing the whole thing, I think I would do it in either the larger baker or this one, just because you don't want it to overflow. So, all right. So let's go ahead and clean this off. One of the things I always like to do before I stick things in the oven is just wipe the edges. That way we don't get food baked onto the edges. I want my stone to continue to look kind of nice. I do take it to a lot of events and stuff like that. This stone can go in the dishwasher. That's pretty handy. All right, so we're gonna put the lid on and we're gonna stick it in the microwave for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, it doesn't take very long to put it together. Super fast, super easy. Even uncooked, that tastes good. All right, so we're gonna eat this with some dippers. And so, I'll get those ready also. So let me just tell you about the stones. So stones are, if you have been around Pampered Chef for a really long time and you love our stoneware, you're gonna love our upgraded stoneware. So all of our stones have been upgraded and they are heat safe to 500 degrees and they can go in the microwave, obviously. They can go in the oven. You don't put them on the stovetop. They don't go on the stovetop and they don't go out on the grill. But you can, and then our flat stones, like that you would put a pizza on, you can preheat those without food on them, which that's a change. And then the best part is they go in the dishwasher for easy cleaning. So that's super handy. So this is our square baker, our new stone square baker. And I love this one for sides, okay? So like if you do a lot of sides for Thanksgiving, then you wanna have a baker kind of like this to do your sides in. So I would say actually you might need two. Like you can do your mashed potatoes in one and you can do your green beans in another, or maybe even three if you do two mashed potatoes. So like a mashed potatoes and like maybe a sweet potato. Because this is really deep. It's like 3 inches deep, and then you can actually serve with this. You could make a little mini charcuterie tray, or you could, you know, serve something on the top of there. But I love this because I can prepare my dishes but the night before and then go stick them in the fridge, and then they stack up nicely in the fridge. They're square. I can fit 4 of these in the oven at one time. So I have a double oven. That's handy for me, but not everybody does. And so it's nice to have stuff that where things can fit. When you're putting things in these big long dishes, not a whole bunch of stuff can fit at one time. So that's going to be really handy to have a dish like this. Okay, so anyway, so I recommend, like, if you're doing a lot of baking, I mean, maybe you need more than one. Okay, maybe you need more than one. So this is really great. That small baker right there, that mini deep covered baker that we have, it holds 6.5 cups. It's perfect for doing sides and dips. You could do a small loaf of bread in it. Our larger deep covered baker is perfect if you are a bread maker, if you love making sourdough bread. Our baker is so, I got a piece of pepper. Our baker is so good for making bread. I actually had a lady who sells sourdough bread come over and ask me about it. She was thinking about it for her bread making business. So it's just the perfect thing for that. So, all right. So let me tell you about what's on special. I promised I would tell you about what's on special. So this is November 2023. It's actually November 1st. The first thing I want you to know is that if you are ordering anything for Thanksgiving and you want to make sure it arrives by Thanksgiving, it's guaranteed for Thanksgiving arrival. November 14th is our shipping cutoff date. So that means you would need to order by November 14th to guarantee things are going to get here by the 23rd so that you can use them for Thanksgiving, okay? Actually, I think by the 22nd, so you can use them by Thanksgiving, okay? Sorry, I got something in my throat. Then, let me get a drink of water. Where's my water? Excuse me. I should not have tasted that because that pepper like is in the back of my throat. Okay, so shipping cutoff, that's really important to know. If you're getting things to make sure that you can make your holiday dinner, then you just want to order by November 14th, okay? The second thing, we have some things on special. We have a whole bunch of stuff on special. I will put them in the comments or in the description for the YouTube video. You can go to my website and look at offers. We have that Flex Plus is on sale for $199. Normally it's like $250, I think, or something like that. Anyway, so that's going to be on sale for $199. So that is a really good price. We have some other things, like we have a popcorn maker bundle that's $109. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of bundles and things that are on sale. If you're in my Foodie Friends group, I did post all of those specials. If you're on my Facebook page, I posted all those specials today, so just go to the Facebook page. If you are watching on YouTube, click the link in the description and then click on offers, okay? That's how you're gonna find it. So we're gonna let this sit for another minute or so. And then I'm gonna get our little dippers together. Okay, we're just gonna do, I got 2 things to dip with. This would be great. You could put it on, we have some really fantastic stoneware serving trays, which are good for serving. So you could put, let me just go ahead and grab one so I can show you guys. I'll grab this one. All right, so this is the stoneware serving tray. And as you can see, it doesn't match exactly, but it definitely looks nice with this. And so I might, with this, just to prevent it from scooting around today, I'm gonna do this. I would probably do something completely different if I was serving this for a demo or something, for like an appetizer or something. I might not put that thing on there. So I just bought some carrots that were already sliced. You can definitely slice your own carrots. But I bought some that were already sliced just to make it fast, okay? Sometimes we take shortcuts. Whew. Okay, and then I got some of these pita thins as dippers also. So we'll put those right there. I love these, so yummy. Okay, and then we're just gonna take our lid. I'm just gonna use this because the lid's kind of small. And then I am actually just gonna put the lid off to the side like this, all right? And so then you have a nice, pretty dish right here. I'll bring this over so you guys can see. Perfect for your Thanksgiving table. All right, so, and this dip is so good. I'm gonna prove it to you guys. I'm gonna grab a carrot, grab some of this right here. So yummy. You can use peppers, you can use veggie dippers, or you can use like little pita breads like this, or you can even make your own pita breads. But this is just a super fast, super easy recipe. The recipe is in the description on YouTube. It's in the comments and on Facebook. If you liked this, make sure you come back next Wednesday, see something different. So every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time, I go live and share with you guys a great recipe. Make sure you follow my Facebook page, subscribe on YouTube, join my Foodie Friends community. I would love to have you guys over there. We do lots of fun stuff, lots of interactive stuff, lots of recipes, and then shop and share. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. I'm here to support you. I'm here to make you feel inspired and empowered in your kitchen. All right, have a great Wednesday, you guys.